If the thrill of shopping is filling the cart, does the package actually need to arrive? South Korea recently produced a strange crop of websites. Visitors fill their online carts with luxury watches and designer bags, but they can never actually check out. No money changes hands, and no packages arrive. In a 14 August 2026 story, Rest of World looks past the novelty of these fake storefronts to ask a sharper question about consumer habits. The reporting separates the thrill of hunting for items from the reality of paying for them. It asks what happens when the ritual of shopping detaches entirely from the act of buying. Written by Itika Sharma Punet in Rest of World, narrated for Arva. This week, I placed orders for a $44,860 Patek Philippe hand-engraved watch, a $12,500 Hermes handbag, a $9,800 Tiffany diamond ring, and a $7,350 Cartier love bracelet in yellow gold. I don't need any of them. I certainly can't afford them. Thankfully, they'll never arrive. Instead of Amazon, I spent the past week browsing a new breed of websites known as dopamine sites, a trend that emerged in South Korea. These websites, like Dopamine Shop and Food Never Comes, recreate the entire ritual of online shopping. You search for products, compare reviews, add items to your cart, enter a shipping address, place an order, and even track your delivery. Then, nothing happens. No money changes hands, no package arrives. It's tempting to dismiss them as another quirky internet trend, but after spending a week placing imaginary orders, I found myself wondering if online shopping has stopped being solely about buying things. South Korea is one of the world's most mature e-commerce markets, where digital payments, food delivery, and online retail are deeply embedded in everyday life. That makes it an ideal place for an idea like fake shopping to materialize. But the behavior itself is far more universal. Sriram Venkatraman, assistant professor at the Danish Institute for Advanced Study, who researches digital consumption, culture, and commerce, told Rest of World. People in many places have browsed without buying, window shopped, filled online carts, and left them there, Venkatraman said. They have fantasized about things they might own, compared products without any immediate intention to purchase, or just simply have enjoyed the anticipation of acquiring something. So what may be particularly Korean at this moment is not necessarily the underlying behavior, but the way that behavior has been formalized into a digital service. Purchasing and shopping are not necessarily the same act. The former is about acquiring, and the latter is more of a ritual. The pleasure from dopamine websites comes from the ritual. Venkatraman compares this phenomenon to shopping carts on e-commerce websites. People use online shopping carts for reasons well beyond an immediate intention to buy, he said. They could do it to gather information, organize possible purchases, wait for promotions, and sometimes just for entertainment. So one way of looking at dopamine sites is that they take a behavior that already existed around ordinary e-commerce and make that behavior itself much more central to the experience, he said. While culture may shape what items people click on, the dopamine hit is universal. Helen Jambunathan, consumer anthropologist and director of Insight at Canvas, a London-based consultancy, told Rest of World. The concept of retail therapy has been around for a long time, and it persists for a reason, Jambunathan said. Fake shopping sites are interesting, as they reveal shopping as an emotional experience, not just a transactional one. People are prioritizing anticipation, choice, and curation over ownership, reaping the psychological rewards of shopping without the financial consequences. It's tempting to assume that people in different countries shop online for fundamentally different reasons, and that some cultures are driven by necessity, while others seek entertainment or indulgence. While there may be some differences, Jambunathan said, most shopping is still driven by necessity and convenience. Venkatraman also said the differences are often less about nationality than circumstance. The same person might shop out of necessity in the morning, out of boredom at lunch, aspirationally around payday, and perhaps even out of loneliness at midnight, he said. What changes across countries is often the context surrounding those moments. What people can afford, what counts as desirable, what friends are buying. whether purchases are made individually or as a household, and even how easy local payment systems make it to complete a purchase.